everybody, Flip and Danny here. Welcome to another episode of The Freedom Show. And today's special guest is us. Welcome to, this is actually the final episode of season number 1.
Yeah, we were just talking to our team the other day, and we said, hey, how's things going with the Freedom Show? Is it achieving the purpose that we desired from the very, very beginning? And this is something that we constantly do, is always evaluating, what are we doing? Are we achieving it? Is it driving the purpose that we had for it? And then just having a discussion. And so we said, hey, this has been a great first season. We've gotten some feedback. We've gotten some input and data on what you guys liked and what you guys didn't like. And so we're going to be using that to go for season 2. So we actually had 3 more guests ready to go for season 1, but we are going to go ahead and just record our final episode right here and now, and go through some highlights and just share with you the ones that you guys really, really liked and what we liked about them too, and what we're going to be changing up for season 2. And we're also going to discuss some of the new things that we're doing right now that we're really excited about.
Yeah, it was funny because when we discussed about doing this, I went back and I printed out a list of all of the guests we had in season 1. I was like, wow, I can't, oh my gosh, oh, that guy, oh my gosh, I can't believe she was on. Oh, it was so fun.
It was. So this was our way to introduce our network to you. And this is something that was important to us because as we approached the Freedom Show idea, it was really twofold. We have more active investors that pursue us, at least when we started, than passive investors. And that's because we've been in the active investor world for years, building all of these businesses. So people who know us from masterminds have always been, hey, will you teach us how to do this? Will you teach us how to do this? Will you teach us how to do this? When our passion truly was helping passive investors. We wanted to help the people who were out there grinding their W-2, and it was something they actually loved to do. And they weren't ready to stop that to become a full-time real estate investor. Becoming a full-time real estate investor was not their passion at all. They just wanted to achieve freedom, and they enjoyed what they had learned how to do, whether it was something they went to college for. It's just something, a job that they've moved up in their ranks, and they just didn't want to throw that away to start something brand new. And we understood that. And we're going to talk about that a little bit when we talk about one of your favorite episodes. And so we had a real desire and passion to be helping those people achieve freedom through passive income, because that was our desire. When we were going through our careers from cruise ships to as musicians and then in the art auctions and all of the careers that we told you about, we always had a purpose of, hey, I want to find out what we like doing, what we have a passion for, what's our purpose in life, why are we here, what's going to make us feel fulfilled and excited about what we're doing, and ultimately give us the freedom that we desired. Right. And there's so many types of freedoms that we talked about in our journey. Yep. So let's just talk about a little bit about the highlights. Do you want to start there of the episodes?
Sounds great. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I referenced one of them already, and it was Benit.
Right.
When Benit was on, the 2 of the 3 episodes that you guys liked the most were investors of ours who are on here and have worked with us for years. And you guys watched that, and that made me go, hey, we're hitting things right on the mark, because I just told you that 2 types of people pursue us. One is active investors, one is passive investors, but the passive investor crowd is very, very new, because that's where we figured out that's our passion. That's who we really, really want to reach. We still want to help active investors. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more as we share what we're doing. So we decided when we were introducing you to our network here in season 1 that some of our network would include some of our investors. And so both Benit and Sunny came on, and they were the 2 people that we brought on this season to share their story with you. And they were 2 of the top 3 episodes. So we learned that's what you guys want to hear. You actually want to hear from other investors who, like us, are on the same journey as you are. And that is to achieve freedom, whether it be time, geography, financial. It could be all 3. It could be other types of freedom. But you want to hear from people like you, not necessarily from the experts that we use in our network, which is cool. Right. We got some great feedback about that, about the experts that we use. But even the last 2 episodes that we did with Greg and Kim, they are people in our mastermind on the same journey as us and achieved it. They told their stories of how they achieved passive income. So again, I feel like theirs are very fresh because they literally just launched 2 weeks ago and then 1 week ago. So those views and listens are already starting to pile up. I bet you they become in the top 5 of our episodes here in season 1. So now that we understand what you love, we're going to do more of that here in season 2. So Benit, He's awesome.
Oh my gosh! I was just first of all, I was excited that he was gonna that he wanted to be on the show.
Yeah.
Because that's like what am I gonna say? But that's not Benit's case. He has plenty to say.
Yes.
But I just love him because it's like we say that this is these are your questions. This is what you're going to go through as an investor, and then he came on and said these were my questions and this is what I went through. It was like a. It's almost like he was like our Amazon review.
Yeah.
When you go to buy something on Amazon, you read the reviews. He was our perfect Amazon review. But he's just such a great guy, and it was so great. And like I said, when I was looking through the list of people, I'm like, oh my gosh, that seemed like forever ago.
Yeah, it does, right? Yes. Yeah. But if you haven't watched that episode, watch it again, because he is somebody just like you who is working in a field that is a passion of his, and he's really, really, really great at. And he has not only achieved freedom in his life, he actually stepped up in his freedom. And then as he started working with us, said, hey, how can I do more things with you guys? I have really great ideas. I know what physicians want. I know what they need. I know their worries, their fears. I know their desires, their passions, what they want to achieve. How can I help Freedom do this? And so we've actually partnered with him, and you're going to see Benit a lot more in videos and things talking about his experience so that we can really expand our network, because as we serve you as investors, we start to learn who our real avatars are. And an avatar is really a description of who we serve best. And Benit is just one of the people that we serve best. And we want to continue doing that in a bigger way. And so he's joining us as a strategist, really, because constantly for the last 2 years, I could just bring up emails that we have been going back and forth on about ideas that he has had. So he's become a strategist for us, and we're super excited about what we're going to start doing with him in particular. So go watch that episode if you haven't watched it. The gold nuggets that he shared, you will feel it. You will go, that yes, you're talking to me right now. You're describing me right now. Another one that was in our top 2 was Sunny. And Sunny, we have known Sunny since we came here to Ohio.
Yep.
Right?
2016.
And
yep.
2016. And she was the very first person that started referring us to other private lenders because she was like, you are serving people in a way that not a lot of other people are serving, in the fact that you have so much credibility and you have such a big track record, and that you're somebody that I could trust, that I can confidently refer you to other people. And she probably referred us to our first 17 private money lenders. And she's continued to work with us over the years. And I think her episode was, I achieved financial freedom after age 50 or something, or the story of achieving financial freedom after 50. And so if you haven't watched that episode, watch that episode. She's the real deal, just like everybody else. And she knows us. She's been to our office. She's met the team. She's brought us good
treats.
Little treats. And it's just, it's amazing to have people like that in your network willing to share their story, so that more people can say, hey, that's my story too. And I love that I got to hear her experience, or Benit's experience, so that I can understand how they've worked with the Freedom Team in order to achieve where they're going. And that just allows you to be able to answer more questions from a different point of view. They didn't get paid to come on the podcast. We just said, hey, would you guys be willing to share your story, because we think it would help other people. So we're super excited about those 2 episodes.
Yeah, they were like, sorry for interrupting.
Yeah,
they're like family too.
Yes, they are.
So it was cool, to me. I'm not going to speak on your behalf. It was cool to me that we brought them on the podcast for them to share their story.
Yes.
Because it was like being proud of the family, of other family members, friends, and because they're very close friends now, because we've known them for so long. So that was really special. I mean, all of the guests we knew in some way, shape, or form, and so all of the guests were special to have on our podcast.
Yes.
But they were even more special because they were someone that they trusted us.
Yes.
I guess that's really the root of it. And so that was what really pushed those. I mean, and it was so great that those were some of the most popular episodes because those were my favorites too.
Yes. And then the third third favorite that was in the top 3 was a solo episode that Flip and I did for you, and I think it was the title that got you guys to watch that one, and that was If Dumber People Than You Are Making Millions, Why Can't You? And that was a series that we pulled from different other pieces, and we went through many things that kind of talked about a lot of limiting beliefs, really, because you don't know what you don't know, and we talked about that on the episode. And a lot of times we get in our own way of success, and we allow our mind and our emotions and our feelings to take over when we shouldn't. And so that was a really great episode to give people more confidence that, hey, take that step forward. And if you haven't watched that one, we encourage you to watch that one too. I won't spoil any more of
don't
that.
give it away.
Yeah, that episode, but it's very, very, very powerful. And we're going to continue to talk more about those types of things because we see them as the biggest hurdles. And that's why the other 2 investor clients were so powerful, I believe, because of that episode and those things and those fears and emotions and the things that we allow to get in our way of our path forward. You instinctively want to hear from other people who are like you in order to have...
Proof is in the pudding, right?
That's right, in order to have the confidence. So I really love that those were our 3 top episodes. So what are we going to do now in 2024? So we're taking a break. This is the end of season 2, and when this launches, we literally are recording this just days before it launches.
Wait, this is the end of season 1.
Season 1, sorry.
Right.
Yes. So, but what are we going to do?
Did I miss a season?
So I don't know how I phrase that. What are we going to do for and prior to season 2? So because today is the episode or end of season 1. Thank you for that clarification. So we're going to take a little bit of a break. And during this break, we're going to revisit the type of guests that we want to have on the show, the type of solo episodes that we want to do, because we have now been shown what you like and what you want, and that's always what's important to us, is that we continue to revisit what we're doing so that we're serving you best. So over the next, this is May, we just entered May, and we're recording this on the 5th, so it's releasing on the 8th. So that means June, July, August, September. The next 4 months we're going to be spending inviting different guests to the show, and they're going to be more of our investor clients, obviously, because that's what you like. And figuring out what other things that we can do that are going to align with the more popular episodes that you enjoyed listening to. So we're going to spend that over the next 4 months. Here on YouTube, if you're watching it on YouTube, you're going to continue to see lots of shorts, lots of short content. That's another thing that we have learned is people like short content. Those 40-minute episodes, not everybody's a big fan of. So we're going to try and do smaller posts. So we've actually started some social media like content that's like 1 or 2 minutes that gives just small nuggets that allows more people to get exposed to what we're doing, what we're sharing, what we're trying to teach. So you're going to see those types of things. So all of our social media channels will still be alive and well. It's just the podcast that's going on a brief break. So you'll still see us all over the place. And again, these are ways for us to go, this is what they want to hear, this is what, and this is going to allow us to dial that in over the next 4 months. So we will likely start season 2 exactly when we started season 1, which was in October.
That's
so
right.
October 23 is when season 1 started. We'll likely jump back in October of 2024 to start season 2. Other things that we're working on, Flip, is we're...
Let me count the ways.
all of our companies. So we continue to have the vertically integrated family of companies. We launched Freedom Family Funding. We actually even haven't done a big, huge to-do about it. We launched the liquidity fund. We just started doing a little to-do about that. Freedom Family Title, I believe, is getting ready to be launched in the next couple months. So we are in the works of some things that have already silently opened, but we haven't said, here it is. So if you're listening to this, you just kind of know what's going on behind the scenes, but you're going to see a lot more of that going forward, of us talking about the liquidity fund, us talking about the Freedom Family Funding and Freedom Family Title as we launch those companies. Those companies are really a service to the 2 main focuses that we have. We really have 3. One is our acquisitions company. We're really ramping that up. And the other one is our fund and syndication company, which really is the one that serves you. We're really ramping that up in order to continually keep your money working, we have things like Freedom Family Funding in place, because not only do we use the money internally for our own businesses and operations and real estate, but now anytime we have an excess of money, we know without a doubt via Freedom Family Funding that we're always putting that money to work, and that allows us to continue to give you predictable and reliable returns, which is our number one goal. The third focus for us really is to serve you better through the marketing that we're doing, and that this podcast is one of those pieces. So we're constantly doing that research and learning what it is that you want. So we encourage you and invite you to please reach out to us. Send us an email, send us whatever you want. Reach out to the team, reach out to us, it doesn't matter. But reach out to us and let us know, hey, I just watched the end of season 1, and here's what I liked, here's what I didn't like, because it's that feedback that we're using as we launch and get ready for season 2. So what did I miss?
I thought we were taking a break. I thought we were, I was going to be on the beach all summer long, just not doing a thing. It doesn't sound like that.
You're married to me. Don't forget that.
Sorry.
So we're super excited. We're so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching season 1 and being part of this journey as we continue to refine what we do to do it better every single year. That's what we love the most. It keeps it fun and exciting. Yeah, we are taking more vacations and things like that. So I promise Flip is happy too.
Whatever.
Anything that I missed?
Not that I can absolutely think of at all.
Okay. If the marketing team were here, they'd probably be behind the curtain going, you missed this, you missed this. But they're not. So this is going to be the end of this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please continue to follow us on social media. Continue to interact with us. Jump on calls with us. I can't count how many times I jump on the phone with investors to learn what it is that they're liking about what we're doing, what they're not liking. My team now answers and talks to most of our investors now about those things, but we eat up that feedback, and that's what our investors actually like the most. Is like I hear over and over and over, you guys actually listen to what we want. You're actually creating opportunities that we want. You're actually creating content that we want. There's no other reason for us to be doing this. We're not doing it for fun. We could be on the beach. We're doing it because we like it, and it's fun because it's fulfilling to us, because it serves you. So that is the heaviest way I can say, give us the goods, and we don't get offended if it's something that you don't like. I've been told things that people don't like about what we do, and if I get enough of that feedback, I go, oh, thank you for telling me, and then I go, hey, this person doesn't like that. I wonder if there's more people that don't like that. Right. And that's how we find out. And some people are just afraid to tell us things like that. So you can't get better without the input. So please give it to us. Thank you so much for joining us this season. We look forward to next season, and invest smart.
Live happy.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions and information on the show are not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss.